was an A minor chord to a G to a D chord. That's called A minor because that's an A. That's called a G chord because that's a G. That's called a D chord because that's a D. But you're wondering why there's a black note in there, right? Well, that's actually an A minor chord. And it's an A minor chord because there's two notes between those two notes there. 1, 2. This is a G major chord, and there's 1, 2, 3 notes between. And here's a D major chord. 1, 2, 3. So minor chords have only got 2 notes in between, the bottom and the middle note. And major chords have got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, how about that? Now for people that are absolute beginners, they look at the keyboard and they go, I don't get it. Well, too many things here. There's 88 keys. But it's not that bad, really. My name's Darryl, and Darryl starts with a D. And my note is in between the two black ones. D. 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 And if you know that note, you know all the others. Because it goes up the alphabet that way, or down the alphabet that way. So if that's a D, that's a C, B, A. Now you can see because the letters are actually on the thing there, but that's a way to remember. Just remember D for Darryl between the two black notes. Yeah, okay. There's a couple of 4 quavers, so it goes tate, 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 tate. That's French time names. Now, if it says with a swing feel, you don't do it like that. You go da 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 da, Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty. Yeah. So instead of going, you go. Hey, how about we play some swing feel? We're going to just start on middle C here. And we'll just do normal straightforward stuff first. We'll just do straight quavers. Okay, now we're going to try swing quavers. They go like this. Groovy. Now that's sort of a swing feel. Some people call it a shuffle. I'm not going to go into that. Now if you try and do that with your left hand, it's a little bit harder because you've got to do your 5th finger there, 2nd finger here. Not easy, is it? So what I do is say Humpty and Dumpty on that. Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty Dump. Okay, so that's a little bit of swing feel for you. Right. That's a C chord. Now what if we play a C chord with an A? Nice sound. Well, that is called a C6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. First chord of Fool on the Hill by the Beatles. Day after day, alone on a hill. Yeah, C6. Now what happens if you play that note instead of the A? Well, that note is C7. Yeah. What happens if you play that note? That one's called C major 7, or I just call it C maj 7. Now those 3 chords, C6, C7 and C maj 7, they're fairly common. Here's C, Here's C6. Here's C maj 7. And here's C7. Okay. Few more. What about this one? This is a bit weird. That's called C sus4. Why? 1, 2, 3, 4. Usually it goes down onto normal C after it. Yeah. C sus4 to C. What about this one? Weird. You do use it though. Yeah, that's called C augmented, and it looks like that. You can actually write it like this. C A U G. C A U G. Right. I'll show you one more. One more. This one is C minor. In fact, you can just do the same with all the minor chords. So you got C minor 6, C minor 7, C minor maj 7. Whoa! Yeah. So there you go. That's a little bit about chords. Now, riff is just a few notes played over and over and over again. This riff is probably the most famous riff in the world. That's a big statement, isn't it? Well, okay. It's down here. And you can teach all your kids this, and you can teach your family this if you want to. Now, if you go to the 3 black notes, and you play this note here, G. Right? That's a G. Next note is B flat. Alright, so you got G, then B flat. Now the next note is C. Right. That's the first part. Let's do that again. G, B flat, C. Okay, now the next part is exactly the same, only you make a mistake. Instead of going G, B flat, C, you hit a D flat. Yeah. And then the last bit's the same as the first bit. So you got those 3 sections. Here's the first section. The second section is the mistake. And the third section is the same as the first. And you finish with these 2 notes. Oh yeah. Of course it's Smoke on the Water. Teach it to the family. They'll love it. Yeah, have a bit of fun. Stick on Deep Purple and turn it up really loud and play along with it. They will love it. So there it is, Smoke on the Water. Very superstitious. Yeah, Mr. Stevie Wonder, he doesn't get to see the keys. And Mr. Ray Charles, of course. And there's plenty of blind piano players. Not so much classical, because that's a bit tricky. They've got to work out all the music. I wonder if there is any blind classical players. That'd be really interesting. No, well, they just play by feel. They feel around and feel the keys. Now, let's for instance, well, when I play, a lot of the time I'm not looking. So if I'm just playing... I look down when I know my hands have to go to a new position. So I've played stuff so much that I can do it without looking at my hands. Now you can do that too. You could try that with Smoke on the Water. See how far you could go with that. You know, like you get your hand in position, you go... Yeah, I got the first 3. Now that's scary. I got to find this next note. There it is. And then I got to tuck underneath. So that's... practice. It's just practice. You just got to keep doing it. What you might like to do is scales without looking at your hands. So if you've got the C major scale, for instance, which is from here to here, you go 1, 2, 3, thumb under, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can look at your hand and watch your thumb go underneath there. 1, 2, 3, thumb under. Now let's see if you can do that without looking. So you go 1, 2, 3, thumb under. Got it? Oh, have I got it? Yes. So there you go. Just practice a little scale. See if you can do it without looking at your hands. You have to look at your hands to find the notes that start off. Like if Stevie Wonder goes over to a piano, he just doesn't play. You'd have to find his position. You'd have to find his position first. And he couldn't do that with the white keys because they're all flat. But the black keys, well, you got a little bump there. You got 3 bumps, 3 mountains there, and over here you got 2. And what happens next? You got a bit of a gap, and then you got 3 again. Now he'd be very good at just finding those little mountains, those little groups of 3, groups of 2, groups of 3, by just putting his hand on there straight away. And once he's got that, he's away. He knows where he's orientated. He's okay. So. How about that one? I just made that one up. Okay, so we go C, E flat, and E. So we go. Slow it down, Daz. If you're interested in Boogie Woogie, some people have already got the Boogie Woogie course, but check out my website. It's there. Here we go. Slow it down, Daz. Okay, so you do your left hand. Now those two come together. Sounds bad, doesn't it? Right. Then you do that one straight afterwards. Yeah. Next. Then that straight after. KC. How's that? On. So I've got nearly 2 hours of videos. Boogie Woogie 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It'll keep you going for the next possibly 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Who knows? See you later.